So Mark Zuckerberg is really dead set, I guess, on Facebook as a company. The company formerly known as Facebook as of 3 hours ago today is they really want to kind of start moving the social media internet experience to the next phase. And that next phase is basically existing in a virtual virtual reality where you can literally...
There's already like something kind of like that called VR chat. I've never like played it, but basically like it's it's mainly for like furries and like anime people.
Yay.
Because they'll just like dress up as like an anime girl in the VR chat and then go in there, but just like talk to other people. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So like you can kind of like create your own avatar. You
Is
could
it
be
free?
fucking like Sonic the Hedgehog if you wanted.
Well, I
no,
think-
it is free. You just gotta have a headset, and then you can just go in there and be whoever the fuck you want to be. But I think
beautiful.
I think Mark Zuckerberg's like take on it. I think he wants it to be like almost like Zoom, but like just VR Zoom through Facebook.
Oh.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah, and you can kind of like make your home or whatever, and like so you have like your like home base, which is like you know,
Oh my god, we're drinking again.
you can like change your living room, change your scenery outside. And I think what really bugged me out about this, because it did bug me out, and I think the main thing is that the fact that Facebook, which is one of the most powerful companies in the world, is so dead set invested in this means, one, it's gonna happen. Like, you have the most you know, what is the word, influential minds in tech that are all on board and believing in and dead set on making the next phase of the internet experience being a virtual type of immersion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which
dump my
goes
phone.
along with what the hell we've been talking about on the podcast for several times over the past year or two, which is that that's obviously going to be the next phase. You know, the question was not a matter of if, but a matter of when, you know?
Yeah.
And the way he was describing it was like when he was saying like, and you could make your home, like you could like make a scenery that you could never have in like real life or something like that. He was really pitching this virtual type of thing as like, dude, you're going to have a better time immersed in this virtual reality than you will in your regular life.
Yeah, you can literally turn your shitty studio apartment into like a
villa.
cotta on
Yeah.
the sea or whatever.
And the way that, like, you know, because he's a fucking alien and he's just so matter of fact and like autistic in the way he communicates it, like, to have it described so matter of fact, all those guys are autistic. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, they're all fucking autistic. But like, you know, not
you
in a
can
bad
say
way.
that.
I can say that. I can say that.
Yeah.
I can say that.
That's your people.
Oh shit, drink. But to have it described so matter of factly, he's looking at it as like a like this great, beautiful fucking advancement in human civilization. Which, when you get down to it, if he didn't do it, somebody else would. It's inevitable. It's inevitable that technology is going to, you know, escalate to that level where we get to that point. So obviously, I think what I found the most profound about it was that this is such a reality that goes beyond just us talking about it and other people like speculating about it. It's such a known next step that all the most powerful people in the world are just bidding for their spot for when it takes off, you know? And I think looking at it from that angle, dude, like I said, the beta version that we saw in the video, I want to show you the video at some point. I figured we could show it today, but it's too much with the fucking power hour. You can't show the video. So go on and just look up like Mark Zuckerberg CNET. It's like a, you know, 8-10 minute video, something like that.
Oh, we're supposed to go now.
And they show this like really hokey looking kind of like version of it, but also think about this is the first try at it to be released on a public scale, and even that's not going to be released on a public scale. It's going to be they're just basically just making moves internally in branding and in investments and things like that towards going there. Dude, by the time it gets to the point to the consumer level, I bet it's going to be fucking dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's going to be fucking dope is kind of scary to me, because you can already see how immersed people can get just in their fucking phone, in their hand. Imagine how immersed people become when you can actually exist in a 3D sensory realm. They're talking about being able to like interact with your hand. I mean, look, that's probably already done, but like,
take me.
dude. Oh, drink again. Sorry, I'm falling way behind.
This whole thing.
Why do you not want that?
Because, dude, once virtual reality becomes better than reality, then reality becomes obsolete, and we all live in this virtual realm.
Okay,
It's
boomer.
gonna be so sketchy. It's gonna be
Fucking
so
geezer, grandpa, bitch.
It sounds really sketchy. It sounds like a horror movie to me.
Dude.
Like, it sounds like a lot of things could go wrong. What if we get confused about what's real and what's not real, and like people are going to be doing nasty stuff in that virtual reality, and then what if they're in the real reality and they think they're in the virtual reality and they like do the weird thing to us?
Okay.
They do
You
the
know?
weird thing. What is the
They
weird
do the
thing?
weird thing.
What is the
They
weird
start doing
thing?
it.
I don't want to say what I'm thinking about doing in there. Weird stuff can happen to us. I think when this is all very meta.
Dude,
Can I have a beer?
it is very meta. And I think that's the premise of what we're getting at is, think about it, dude. Because he's really pitching it as like, ooh, you can, we're going to, like, he's like saying like, a lot of people are back to work, but a lot of people aren't. And so like,
a
we
lot
want
of
to
people still want to play.
That
And then he
mean-
starts doing the weird thing on TV.
a weird thing. And then we all find out what the weird thing is. Oh no. It's so much weirder than I imagined.
There's going to be weird things going on in that. Social media is already weird.
It is weird, dude. But like, think about it. Once, okay, so you get a bunch of companies. Let's say, you at your company, you're a spicy little fucking company, and they put on. Oh, drink, by the way.
Oh no, I'm getting behind because my beers keep fizzing out.
Now they have all these offices that are operating all these companies whose business might become reliant. Look. You know what? I'm tired of fucking prefacing all my crazy fucking theories as like, I know this sounds out there. Because, look, right now, as of 3 hours ago, we have the most richest man in the fucking world, or one of them, who owns one of the most powerful companies in the world, who just changed the name of their company and gave us a full video presentation about why in the next 10 years, your whole life is going to become better by existing in a virtual realm.
Yeah.
And his
you're not even going to be able to walk outside without a radiation suit on. You'll love it in VR.
I mean,
nothing is really as good as it sounds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's just going to magically make everything all better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, something bad's going to happen and something weird, too.
He's going to do the weird thing for sure.
I really think something bad's going to... You don't think this sounds like
Something's
a movie?
bad's going to happen sexually.
You don't think something bad's going to happen from all this?
I mean, I've like watched a couple different shows about like this before where it's like, everyone's being tracked. There's like this anime called Psychopaths, and basically like everyone in public has a brain scan done on them every day, and your psychopath's number, basically, if it gets too high, police will automatically be sent after you before you can even commit a crime. So it's kind of like Minority Report in a way, where they're trying to like stop crime before it happens.
What?
But then you get like the crazy people who are like, psychopaths. So their brain scans, they read like a normal person, but they're just like, they killed someone and whatever.
What the sketch? And this
Well,
is an
dude.
anime?
dude, that's an element of it that I
And then
haven't.
everyone has like eye implants, so then they can do like AR technology. Basically like what Jimmy was saying for Facebook, where like, all right, it'll scan this room. Let me put a cool poster here. Let me put a skylight in. let me fucking put a waterfall over there.
Yeah.
And
This
I
is
can
my
see
place.
it.
And you invite people over to your fucking place. Yo,
Yeah.
come to my fucking virtual.
And then we can all see it because we have the eyeglasses or the goggles or whatever.
And you
That
can
would
make
be-
eye contact with people. And
That would be kind of cool. It's almost like astral projecting.
you know what,
something.
Alex? You're
pretty
way too
much.
on board with this.
It is. Yeah, I kind of like it too, honestly.
Now I'm starting to like it.
It is
Why are you
like
guys-
it's like digital astral projection, basically.
Yeah, like you could be anywhere.
Yeah, you could literally go to the moon
But
and
can
hang
you
out.
feel each other?
Well, that's what the other show I watched was about, where basically they had like a suit that they put on to go into VR, and it tapped into your brain and all of your nerves and shit, so you could feel shit. But then what happened is they all log into a game on midnight release, and then they get stuck in that world. Their bodies outside go like completely comatose, but they're all uploaded into this game. And then, you know, if they die, they die. But then they have to like try to beat the game to live.
Dude,
Jesus.
that is obviously the final phase. I mean, how are you guys not getting this? How are you guys not
That's
seeing
like,
this?
I don't think that's the final phase for every company that's doing VR.
Doesn't matter. Only takes one to do it
Facebook.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It only takes one, and they do it, and then every other company's like, holy shit, now we can have a full body immersed virtual experience.
Yeah.
We suck if we don't do that. You become the
Yeah.
Nintendo. The rest of the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, dude.
Who would have thought back in 2006 when I got my first college email address and got a Facebook that this company was going to ruin my life?
Yeah. Who
Turn me
who
into a
would've
sex
thought?
addict.
A guy trying to just like collect pictures of all the girls on his campus.
That guy, if given the right amount of resources, can destroy the world, and we're seeing that now. We are
Yeah.
seeing that now, dude. When you talk about the fact that probably when it gets to a certain level, that so many companies and major businesses are going to be dependent on this, people will probably lose the concept of an office building. I mean, we've already seen how the concept of the office building is already going out the window, and regardless. Now you're talking about businesses that might go entirely virtually in this kind of metaverse, as they call it. Cheers. And then now, let's say there's 2 or 3 companies that control all of the metaverse that you conduct your business on. They control you. They control you. They decide, oh, dude, we don't like this fucking company doing this. Boom. You're fucking off the fucking grid now.
I
Nah,
might
bro.
lose my job if this thing comes out. I mean, why do I ever have to be awake again?
Well, what if
I'll
you
just-
start doing the weird thing at work?
If it's that good in the VR world, I might just be like a vegetable in a hospital for the next 50 years. And just
Yeah, who knows, you know?
Dude.
But yeah, I don't know.
There's so many like obviously terrible repercussions of this happening that, I mean, look, I understand, by the way.
people are gonna psychopaths who want to like kill people. They're gonna kill people in the virtual world just to see what it's like, and then they're gonna get so addicted to it that they have to kill in the real world.
No,
There's a lot
dude.
of movies.
Or what if that's the cure for serial killers? If they can get that urge out in the
That was
virtual world,
optimistic.
or you never know.
Dude, it's also the end of regular relationships too. Dude, you're all in a virtual realm. It's fairly easy enough to
Yeah, but you're still gonna be in your house screaming, "Hey, what's up, hottie?" And then your significant other is gonna be in that room being like, "Oh, who you talking to, babe?"
No, but here's the
What are
thing.
you doing there,
Your
babe?
significant other's
Whoa,
gonna be
you're so
in the same
hot,
room in
bro.
another fucking bar, virtually, blowing a dude in the fucking virtual bathroom. Cheers, by the way.
Oh no.
Dude, it's like, dude, cheating's not gonna be a thing anymore. Because is it really cheating if you meet a girl in a virtual bar and agree to virtually blow each other? I mean, is that...
I blow you, you blow me.
I mean, no, but for real though, it's like at that point, it's like, dude, if you're getting the same experiences, if you're getting the same physical reward system rewarded in the virtual realm, what is even the point? And like, you know, people might look at it as like, dude, like, yeah, my body count in fucking metaverse is like 1,000 because you just walk up to anybody and you're just like, dude, you want to.
I think we need to ask Mark Zuckerberg if we can feel things in the room, I mean, in the world.
I don't think he's ever even thought about that because I don't think he's felt anything ever in his life.
He's unaware. He is unaware of what this would do to the sentient earthlings that we are.
Yeah. We should write a horror movie about this. You know?
Dude, it's called The fucking Matrix. It's called The Matrix. And
yeah.
I tell you what, dude, the further we progress as a society,
the further we stray away from God.
True.
Is that what you're going to say?
No, I was going to say the more that movie is
loser.
Dead on, bro. That movie is dead on. I mean, they were predicting that shit back in the mid-90s, talking about getting to that point. They didn't even know about fucking social media yet.
Dude, the Wachowskis, they were like the first trans people too.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. They were some of the first trans people.
There you have it.
Who's that?
Well, it was the
directors of
the Wachowski brothers
Matrix.
at the time wrote and directed The Matrix.
Oh.
And
Now it's the
Wachowski
sisters. Siblings.
Wow.
I mean, to think about the fact that this was postulated in the 90s before we had even heard MySpace.
Yeah. What's
We did-
postulated again?
Like theorized.
You're like, yeah, what was that word?
I
Yeah,
agree.
but what did you say? Postulated. Because we've been speaking so much in the theoretical realm, I've had to come up with various vocabulary words to say the same thing. And so far I've used speculated, hypothesized, postulated, and there's more to come. Trust me. There's
You don't want to let them all out of the bag.
I don't want to let them all out of the bag yet, dude, because we got to drink in 2 seconds.
That'll ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
To whip out another 4-syllabler.
Postulated is like, you know, it is a like a mathematical postulation is basically saying like, dude, X, like, I don't know. It's like a theory. It's a theory.
Oh, okay.
You theorize something, but it's more of like it's less of a guess and more of like it's a
Postulate.
It's a I'm postulating this, bro, which means it's right.
I get
I'm postulating right now.
You can only postulate if you know it's true, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. And the Wachowski siblings knew that this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, or they at least imagined it, which anybody who could, I mean, like, you know, we look at ourselves in our position and be like, ooh, like, oh yeah, we know now that that's going to be the next step.
Ooh.
But like, you could have known that back in the 90s, just seeing, I mean, the internet was such an unbelievable jump from anything that anyone in society had ever seen prior.
Oh, yeah.
That, I mean, that probably rocked the world of a lot of people. I mean, to go from where we are in 2021 to where Mark Zuckerberg sees us in 2031 is less of a jump than to go from where we were in 1981 or like 91 to 2001. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where every single person in the country has their own fucking, you know, computer, where we're all interconnected. Like that was that laid the pavement for what was to come. And when they start talking about shit in terms of like the next phase of the internet experience, the next phase, dude, you know what? I know everybody here. Cheers, by the way.
I mean, but at the same time, I'm down for it because like there hasn't been a big internet like shift in a while.
Well,
Dude, it's got to stop though at some point.
smartphones.
Nah, dude.
Dude,
Well,
you
yeah,
can't
no,
just
smartphones,
you
but
can't.
that was 2006.
Yeah,
this
2007
point, yeah.
was the first iPhone, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The internet rocked my world when it came out. I don't know about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The librarian taught me about it at school. We were like, what the sketch are you talking about? I can talk to someone in Australia right now.
Dude,
What
no.
the sketch.
Dude, no. Because this is where
No.
What's the clock looking like?
And where's God in all
6
this?
seconds. Dude, God is dead, bro.
Or the devil?
God is dead. We are becoming God, and that is what the problem is. The problem is that when human beings get
Can I have an American beer? Just because it has the American flag.
when
on it.
human
Thank
beer
you.
when human beings
Beers.
Human beer.
I'm glad I'm at this point at 28 minutes in. When human beings get to the point where we can now alter our own reality to the point where we can like select for ourselves. I mean, like, you know, dude, Jamiroquai was talking about this shit in the 90s too. In the song Virtual Insanity. Picking the eye color of your baby and shit like that. Dude, he was a prophet. I mean, that song is a good song. And he was talking about that shit.
There is no sound because we all live underground.
Yeah.
There's no sound because we're all in our fucking VR headsets underground. Drink to that.
Drink to that.
Do you think like your body moves in the same way that it's moving in the other world, or can you just be like perfectly still when you're doing things in the other world?
Well, yeah. I mean, that would have to
I'm
be
still
like
thinking
the
of a lot of things.
technology.
Here's a
Like
problem.
the technology would have to get to the point because right now, the way VR technology works is if you want to be able to use your hands, you have to either have goggles that have cameras on the front and that have finger tracking sensors. So then you can literally use all 5 fingers in your shit. They also have like controllers with like gyroscope sensors so it can see how you're holding your hand. But usually only have like 3 fingers to use. But in the future, what they want to do is like that show I was talking about, tap into your brain basically.
Yeah.
And then have your nerves fire off the controls.
That's what I'm
But
hoping.
they would have to put you into like a like they'd have to like put your body, they'd have to like trick your body to think it's sleeping though. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Like
Not far off.
so
And
you
what if
don't like
don't
move
wake up?
around, you know what I mean? It's almost like whenever like
Drink.
you wake up like fuck, what is it called? Like a night terror, like sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, you almost have
Yeah.
to like you would have to get put into something like that so you could move around and with your like brain but not your
Yeah.
body. Which
Like-
would be tricky cuz what if you accidentally like what if you're like trying to mod your VR headset and you accidentally like overpower and short out your spine so you never get to like walk again.
Oh my
like,
God, Eric.
Well, that is
cuz that's going to happen.
I mean,
that is beyond the pale. But will it matter is the question. Well, okay, look. I think, okay, we got a drinking because I was like 20
If
seconds
I'm-
late on the last one.
if I'm on
Yeah, me
all
too.
4s in the other world,
Doing that weird thing that I do.
I just want to be sitting in a chair in the real world.
Dude,
I don't want
there's-
people to see what my body's doing in the other world.
Dude, okay, let me okay, you've just opened up my mind to a whole new realm of positivity about this advancement that I had not previously considered, which is that let's say you are like, you know, you have like a handicap in real life, you know, like you,
Oh
when you
yeah,
talk about, like
you'd be able to.
you can
know,
walk around and chill
fly.
with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's probably very good because I think so much of like with, you know, we on the wrestling team, we had a kid who had cerebral palsy and like, you know, we always wondered like, is he also mentally handicapped or is that because he was always a little off. He was a cool guy, but he was a little off. And I wondered, is that a result of perhaps maybe you didn't ever have like a real social interaction? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you go through life where drink, by the way.
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't think it was ever a. I think it was just more a physical handicap with that guy in particular.
It was a physical thing, but he
But
also
at the same time, like it's like nature versus nurture. But like he was nurtured in such a way that it's like, yeah, you don't get the full extent of the.
You aren't ragged on at the level that like other people are, because like obviously who's gonna fucking pick on you?
Or just like all social interactions at the end of the day are like, oh well, yeah, the weather was great today, or like this or that, and it never gets like deep enough.
Can I ask a general question related to this? What are dreams? Like, what's the difference between this and a dream? Well, I can do a lot of stuff in my dreams, but my body is just very still.
Yeah, but you're not necessarily, and that's what they talk about lucid dreaming, is you're not necessarily aware that you're dreaming. You know, in this virtual realm.
Oh, true.
You are aware.
It would be lucid every time.
And so a dream is basically like your body, your brain taking over.
Dream is VR, but you don't remember it.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of your dreams are when your mind's trying to teach you a lesson about some stuff that happened that day.
I agree.
Do you agree?
So?
I agree. 100%.
Totally. Every time I remember my dream, I can like psychoanalyze it and be like, oh my God, my brain's trying to tell me this about this. You know?
Yes. Well, that does raise a good point, though, is that, you know, going back to the Wachowski sisters, is that the concept of the Matrix was that they didn't realize they were in the Matrix, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you
That
guys
was an everybody drink moment.
Do you guys lucid dream?
I do.
I
and
do
my
a lot.
uncle
Not
does,
a
my
lot.
brother does.
I do
You
a
do as
lot.
well?
A
Do
lot.
you ever?
Only ever a couple times.
Like a lot. Like almost every night.
Every night, really.
But my problem is, once I realize it's a dream, I usually wake up really fast. But sometimes I can try to train myself to be like, come on, don't wake up. And I can extend it longer. But that's the sweet spot of like, it's hard to extend that time.
You know what helps with that, dude? And what helped me a lot was meditation. And I sound, you know, I know what I sound like right now, but what I mean is it's like a fucking pussy. Like meditating, dude. Fucking samurai.
Where do you meditate?
Well, I don't really meditate anymore, and that probably also cheers, by the way.
These minutes are going a little bit quicker.
My point is that after 1 hour of drinking a shot of beer every fucking minute, my point is that when you go out on that fucking wrestling mat and you go against some other dude, you don't know what his problems are, and he doesn't know what your problems are, and it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, it comes down to how have you coped and how have you coped. That's it. And that's life. And that's life. That's life. You can put up all these fucking bumper fucking...
That's life.
It is. No, it is.
That's life from the studio with Jimmy and Eric.
But it is, dude. It is. And so, you know what? At the end of the day, Mark Zuckerberg trying to put in virtual life, bro.
My man's trying to steal the word meta, and we will not stand for that.
He's trying to steal the word meta, and he's trying to steal the meaning of life. And the meaning of life is going into the world.
Doing that weird thing.
He is trying to steal like our lives.
He's trying to steal your fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
I don't trust him.
Because that's what life is about. It's about existing in a place that you don't have everything you want. It's about existing in a place where you don't just get to fucking pick your view and don't just get to pick your TV.
But that's the thing about like, you know, like a video game. It's like a video game is fun until you put like the cheat codes on and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like it's fun in the moment, but after like, you know, 20, 30 minutes, you're done. You're never going to play that game again. But if you like have to play the game from start to finish and you're on like hard mode or some shit, that's going to be fun as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why I'm wondering why you two, I mean, I know why you are. But like you two are so fucking on board with this fucking...
No, I'm really not.
Like, I mean, it's obvious.
I know it's
obvious that this is wrong.
I know it's going to turn
obvious that
out...
this is wrong.
It's not wrong. It's just it's like everything else. It has to be in moderation. There's going to be
can't
people
moderate
who
it, though.
fucking OD on doing the weird thing in fucking VR. It's going to be the same thing as like a dude who ODs on jerking off. It's like, yeah, dude, drink water. Leave your room. Walk around. Don't
You
get a
can
fucking
OD
blood
on that
clot.
if you don't drink water.
Yeah, you can dehydrate yourself from masturbating.
Holy shit.
You got to do a lot of it,
I don't
but it works.
agree with Mark Zuckerberg. I don't agree with Meta, the corporation. I really don't. It sounds like the start of a horror movie. Like
It
something
is
is
the
going to
start
go
of a horror
bad.
movie.
It all sound nothing's that good. Like it sounds too good to be true. When something's too good to be true, which it sounds really good.
It's about
It just sounds like it feels really
it's
good.
about control, bro. They're giving you the fucking apple on the fucking tree in the Bible,
Oh,
dude.
we're going back to God.
I'm going. Look, I haven't even touched God so far, dude.
I was like, God touched me.
I'm Catholic. It's like I'm not.
God
But if I was, God would have molested me.
Only for the story.
Only for the story.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The point is that
I mean,
you
that's
can.
like a threesome, basically, right?
I mean, yeah, me, God, and the Holy
Father,
Spirit.
Son,
Father
Holy
and
Spirit.
Father, Son,
That's
and
the
me.
ultimate threesome. Me,
Me, God, and dead Jesus.
And the carpenter, Jesus.
no, dude. The point is they're giving you the fucking apple. They're giving you the apple of temptation. Look into it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about the fact we talked about the Wachowski brothers, sisters, whatever, talking about that shit in the 90s. Think about the fact that this shit was postulated in the
That's a
in the
reuse.
literal
You've used that
90s.
one already. Use a different one.
this shit was foreseen.
Yeah.
Foreseen
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the literal 90s, like 0090. People were talking about that shit.
1990.
1990. No, dude. Think about it, dude. They were thinking about that shit. When they talk about that's the thing that pisses me off most about the Bible. When people criticize it, it's like, dude, okay, great. Oh, you're just gonna listen to a bunch of dudes that talk about a bunch of shit. It's like, dude, human nature has always been human nature. We've always been people. We've always wanted to fuck. We've always needed to eat. We've always needed to breathe. We've always had desires. We've always had temptation. It's just a different manifestation of it. Just because you exist in this world with this set of temptations and things does not mean that you can't relate to somebody that lived 1,000 years before you, that still saw a girl and was like, damn, I'd like to fuck her. Or still saw a guy and was like, damn, I'd like to fucking do the weird thing. You know, like you know? It's real though. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. And you can't lose sight of that, man.